Whew. How's it going? No, really, how are you? Right now. What are you feeling? Do you notice anything in your body? And how about all those thoughts flying through your head? Checking in with yourself is one of the easiest and simplest ways to increase awareness and come back into presence. And that's what we're going to talk about today on Everyday Awareness. When I asked, how are you? What came to mind? And would that answer change at all if I added just one little word and asked, how are you really? What do you think would happen if we had the chance to take 5 seconds and just sit with that answer? You down to try? I promise it'll only be 5 seconds. How'd you do? Anything show up? Anything unexpected? You see, more often than not, checking in like that, even just for 5 seconds, can radically shift the rest of your day. Still not quite with me? Here's an example. You see, before I sat down to make this video, I was feeling kind of off. I even recorded a whole intro that just didn't turn out right. I just had that gut feeling that something was, I couldn't tell. So I took a minute, I sat back, and I asked, how am I, really? What's going on with me? Then I noticed my shoulders were tight, my jaw was clenching, and I even had a little bit of a shake. I was nervous. And as soon as I realized I was nervous, I felt fear. I got scared. Oh crap, now I'm nervous and scared. What's gonna happen? Now, I could have just pushed forward, ignored the fear, ignored my shaky hands, and recorded this video. I mean, I guess it would have been fine. I have no idea. But here's the thing, without checking in and realizing that fear was there would always be a small piece of me that was focused not on you, but on keeping that fear away. And that would have kept me out of presence. And here's the other thing, I don't even need to know why I'm feeling nervous. I just am, I'm feeling that fear. And of course, I have all of the stories in my head about exactly why I'm nervous right now. It's one of my first videos. It's actually the very first one. I want you to like me. These lights are making me so sweaty. I'm not even enough of an expert to be talking to you about this. If I don't get this absolutely perfect, it's not even worth the time and money.
I'm so hungry.
And these stories, all that self-talk, it's also super distracting. It's gonna be there running around my head whether or not I want it to be. And if I don't acknowledge it, they'll just sit there, taking up more and more and more of my world. So without even knowing it, I think I'm giving you 100% myself. But in reality, you're only getting 65%. The rest of me? Well, my brain is spending some energy on actually being scared, being nervous. And then a whole bunch more energy trying to ignore the fact that I'm feeling scared. So how do we get back to 100%? Back to being fully present? That's where the magic is. Because most of the time, all that fear wants is just to be seen, to be acknowledged, to be felt. It's kind of like that old Family Guy clip. You know the one.
Mom! 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 Mommy! 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 Mama! 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 Ma! 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 Mom! 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 Mommy! Mommy! Mama! Mama! Mama!
What?
Hi.
All Stewie wanted was acknowledgement, just like that fear. And until that happens, it just keeps getting louder and louder and louder until something breaks.
What?
But by checking in, by acknowledging that fear and allowing it to exist, even if it's just for a couple seconds, we let it do its job and it can move on. And we can take back that energy and continue to show up more and more in presence. Let's get back to our example. Remember that fear? You see, as soon as I stopped what I was doing and just allowed myself to feel fear and to feel those nerves, I could feel them shift. They got lighter. And eventually, they left. It only took a couple seconds. And then, I was back. I was able to keep recording. And I think this is working out pretty well. So what are our takeaways? How can you get back some of that energy and show up even more fully in whatever you're doing? First, this is a skill. It takes time to build up the muscle memory on this. So don't get discouraged if it seems a little overwhelming at first, or if you're not quite sure what to do. Just take little steps and you'll be alright. If you happen to be struggling finding the time or remembering to check in with yourself, I think a great option is setting a reminder on your phone. Set an alarm, commit to checking in even if it's just for a couple seconds when it goes off. If you're having trouble coming up with the language to describe the emotion or sensation that you notice when you check in, I love a simple red, yellow, green system, like a stoplight. That way I can pinpoint, hey, I'm feeling yellow, and then I get the chance to ask why. Or if I'm having a bright green day, I get to bask in whatever might be causing me that joy. Another way to access this stuff is to pay attention to your body. Feeling sore but haven't worked out a lot lately? Feeling tired but you just had a great night of sleep? These can be signals that something else might be taking up that energy. Listen to that clue, and when you can, check in for a second. So with all that in mind, I'll ask again, how are you, really? Thanks for being here.